months ago, I created a video about setting up Arch Linux with Hyprland. Many people requested a follow-up video featuring the latest Arch Linux setup in 2025. In this video, I will show you how to install a brand new Hyprland environment on Arch Linux. Now, thanks to the GitHub developer JA, the installation process is automated, allowing you to set up Hyprland within a few minutes. Now, first, make sure you have a fresh installation copy of Arch Minimal Edition installed on your PC or laptop using Arch install script. In my case, I have already installed the minimal Arch Linux setup alongside Windows 11 on the same drive. This is a dual boot setup. I have made a standalone video about installing Arch Linux, so I will leave a link to that video in the description. Now, as you can see, I am on the Arch command line interface. Let me go ahead and log in with my credentials. Next, type this command to increase the console font size. After that, I will connect to my Wi-Fi using NMCLI. Now, once it's connected, go ahead and run this command to verify that the internet connection is working. Now go ahead and run this command to update your system. It's recommended to install some dependencies or packages using pacman before setting up the Hyprland environment. Just go ahead and run this command to install base devel, git, and other necessary packages. Now it's time to set up a Hyprland environment using an installer script created by the Maverick developer. Now visit the GitHub page using your smartphone and read the instructions to understand how Hyprland works on Arch Linux. Now go ahead and type this command to clone the Git repository. Now make sure you type it exactly what you see here. Now once the repository is cloned, navigate into it using the cd command. After that, type ls to list the contents of the directory and locate the installation script file. Next, type this command to make the installation script executable. And finally, run the command to start the Hyprland setup. After running the script, you will be asked some questions. Just go ahead, type Y to proceed with the Hyprland installation on Arch Linux and follow the instructions precisely. Now you can choose N when asked to use the preset settings. Then choose the R helper to install. You can use Paru. If you have an NVIDIA GPU, type Y. Otherwise, choose N. Then type Y and press Enter to install GTK themes for customization. Now type Y to configure Bluetooth. And type Y to install the Tuner file manager. Now choose to install and configure STDM login manager. Now type Y to install XDG desktop support. If you want to install Z Shell and Pokemon color scripts, type Y. If you're trying this on Asus ROG laptop, type Y, otherwise type N, then install the pre-configured hyprland.files. Once the installer starts, it will download, build, and compile core packages from sources. Be patient and respond to any authentication prompts. While the script is running, make sure your laptop is connected to a power source to avoid interruptions during the process. Now, after some time, the script will prompt you to blacklist the Nauvoo driver so it can replace with the NVIDIA DKMS driver. Select Y when prompted and enter your admin password to proceed. Now, when the script is finished, you will be asked to reboot. If you notice the about text saying all the packages are installed, that means the script ran perfect with no issues. If it shows failed packages, rerun the script and research any problematic packages to ensure compatibility with Arch Linux. Now, once it's resolved, reboot your system. On the login screen, change the session to Hyprland and enter your username and password and press the Enter key. And voila, now we are inside the Hyprland environment. This is the most powerful Hyprland configuration you have ever experienced. The developer provides you with the flexibility to modify the system, adjust the Waybar layout, change wallpapers, and much more. The first thing to do after setting up Hyprland is to press Super plus H. The Super key is the Windows key on your keyboard. Now, this action brings up a list of key bindings related to specific applications or shortcuts to open wallpapers, configure Waybar style, and much more. I recommend reading this list and memorizing some shortcuts. For instance, to close any application windows, press Super plus Q. Now, pressing Super plus Enter launches the Kitty terminal, where you can see the Z shell environment. Now, let's increase the font size of Kitty terminal. In your home directory, there is a hidden folder named config, where all the Hyprland configuration files are stored. Now, type this command to navigate into config directory, then open the Kitty configuration file and locate the font size setting. Now, change the font size value to 20, then save the changes by pressing Ctrl plus O and exit by pressing Ctrl plus X. Then close terminal by pressing Super plus Q and reopen it by pressing Super plus Enter. You should now see the increased font size. Now, to edit the Hyprland configuration files, press Super plus E. You will see all configuration files organized neatly. For example, open the keybinds configuration file to modify the default keyboard shortcuts. Now, let's add a key binding or shortcut to open the Chrome web browser. Now, assign a shortcut Super plus M. Then save the changes by pressing Ctrl plus O and exit with Ctrl plus X. Now switch to a new workspace by pressing Super plus A to open up a workspace overview layout. Use the empty new workspace, then press Super plus M to launch Chrome. You can also switch between workspaces using a 3-finger swipe gesture. To change or update a wallpaper, press Super plus W. This action brings up a panel to choose a wallpaper. The source for these wallpapers is the Pictures directory. You can add any wallpaper to this folder, then press Super plus W to find and apply it. Now by default, natural scrolling is disabled for touchpads. Now press Super plus E and open the user settings file. Now press Ctrl plus W and search for input. You can also adjust the mouse sensitivity, a -1 for minimum and +1 for maximum. Then locate natural scrolling option under touchpad and set its value to true. Then save the changes with Ctrl plus O. The changes will take effect immediately. Hyprland also allows you to change the themes using GTK Settings. Press Super plus D to bring up Rofi App Launcher. Then open GTK Settings, select Widgets, and choose the style you fancy. You can also increase the size of the mouse cursor, change icons, fonts, and much more. To customize the Waybar layout, press Super plus Alt plus B to choose the Waybar layout. For example, you can move the Waybar to the bottom using the bottom layout. For now, I'm gonna choose the top minimal long layout. Then press Super plus Ctrl plus B to change the new Waybar style. On the top left, clicking on the Hyprland logo opens up the Rofi App Launcher. The Waybar also provides more system controls for connecting to Wi-Fi, access the notifications, and opening the power menu. To learn more about Waybar customization, check out the video by JA. I will leave a link in the description. Overall, Arch Linux with Hyprland offers one of the best desktop experiences, and that's it for this video on installing and customizing Hyprland on Arch in 2025. A huge thanks to all the developers who contribute to making Linux more beautiful. Don't forget to explore the GitHub page for more insights into the Hyprland configuration. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSK Ryle. I will see you in the next one.